welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing a short wrap up of what I read last month and a little TBR video of what I'll be reading in the month of February. So I am doing two yearly readathons. The first one is the Buzzwordathon by Books and Lala, and the other one is A Year in Eldia, which is part of the William Readathon created by Book Roast. I'll link their videos down below. So for the Buzzwordathon, the word was there, or there. So I chose Monster of Wolves by Charlotte McConaughey. So our main character is Inti, and she also has this condition called mirror touch syndrome, where she can feel and become a living being that she is looking at. And it was a soft DNF for me. I could not get into this book at all. I could not tell you most of what this book was about. I was not feeling it while I was reading it and wasn't really connecting to the characters. I might pick this up again later on in the year or at some point later on, but for now it was a DNF. So for my Adventure in Eldia book, it says you're stuck in a dungeon and need to get out. So I went to the right side of the little map that G made, and the first prompt was rely on your wits, and it was to read an audiobook or listen to an audiobook. So I decided to go with The Raven King by Maggie Stiefvater. This is the fourth installment to the Raven cycle. So without giving a lot of spoilers, this is about a girl named Blue who has been told her whole life that she would kill her true love with a kiss. And her life changes after she meets three boys, and they go on this adventure together to find someone who would be able to grant them a wish for finding him in this magical world. I really liked the Raven cycle. I think that I felt like I didn't know too much going into the Raven cycle, but I'm actually glad I didn't. Otherwise I think I would have been confused and lost while listening to the audiobooks. But I love the characters, and I love the storyline, the plot. It had some happy moments, some sad moments, some angry moments, and it was just really fun. I would love to reread the series soon, not too soon, but hopefully at some point in the near future, and hopefully actually read it physically. And my last read for January was Masters of Death by Olivia Blake. It was for a book club that I'm in, and this book was overstimulating, to say the least. The first half I was very into it. I thought we were going one way with the story, but we ended up going a whole different route with the story. And I don't know how I feel about it. I give it 3 stars. And hopefully I will like other books of Olivia Blake. I've heard good things about the Atlas 6. So I hope this one didn't spoil her for me. The synopsis says, Viola Merrick is a struggling real estate agent and a vampire. But her biggest problem currently is that the house she needs to sell is haunted. The ghost haunting the house has been murdered, and until he can solve the mystery of how he died, he refuses to move on. Fox Demora is a medium, and though he is also most definitely a shameless fraud, he is entirely without his uses. seeing as he is actually the godson of death. When Viola seeks out Fox to help her with the ghost-infested mansion, he becomes inextricably involved in the quest that neither he nor Vi expects or wants. But with the help of an unruly poltergeist, a demonic personal trainer, a sharp-voiced angel, a love-stricken reaper, and a few mindfulness-practicing creatures, Vi and Fox soon discover that the difference between a mysterious lost love and an annoying dead body isn't nearly as distinct as they thought. It took a whole different turn from what I was hoping, and it just wasn't what I was expecting. Even in the back, it says there's a game that the immortals play. There's only one rule: don't lose. It does get confusing, and there's a lot of parts that do get overstimulating. So that is why I gave this book 3 stars. So now is my TBR for February, and it might go up depending on how my reading goes this month, or we're just sticking to 3 books again this month. So for the Buzzwordathon, we had to find a book with a positive word in the title, and I am going with I Fell in Love with Hope by Len Callie. Synopsis says, against the unforgiving landscape of a hospital, a group of terminally ill patients embrace the joys within their reach. Friendship, freedom, rebellion. Each in their own way is broken. Each in their own way is stronger for it. In the midst of pain and loss, they find community, even miracles, and together they are determined to reclaim from life what illness has taken from them. But a singular heartbreak has led one to swear off love forever. The risk of experiencing another tragedy feels too great. Yet, in this desolate place, where it seems impossible for love to make an appearance, a door opens, and so do hearts. I have started it as of right now, and I'm actually curious about this one. I picked it up just because it says love and hope, and it sounds almost like The Fault in Our Stars, but I don't know if it actually will be like The Fault in Our Stars. I know we're following 4 or 5 different characters in this, with our main character being Sam, and Sam falls in love with this new girl that joins the hospital, and she's already infatuated with her in the beginning of the book. And she has her best friends, Neo, C or Cor, I don't know how to say French names, and Sony. And her new crush is named Hickory. I'll let you guys know how this one goes. For Aldia, I decided to go towards the maze, and our prompt is read a mystery or thriller. And I don't know how much of a mystery this book is, but Goodreads says that it is a mystery, so we're gonna go with it anyways. And that is 4 Dead Queens by Astrid Schulte. It says 1 big lie, 2 forbidden romances, 3 days to catch a killer. So that is leading me to believe that it is a mystery, as well as what Goodreads said. It says 17-year-old Carolee Corrington may seem harmless, but in fact she's one of Quadra's most skilled thieves and a liar. Varen, on the other hand, is an honest, upstanding citizen of Quadra's most enlightened region, Ionia. Varen runs afoul of Carolee when she steals a package from him, putting his life in danger. When Varen attempts to retrieve the package, he and Carolee find themselves entangled in a conspiracy that leaves all 4 of Quadra's queens dead. With no other choices and on the run from Carolee's former employer, the two decide to join forces, endeavoring to discover who has killed the queens and save their own lives in the process. When their reluctant partnership looms into a tenuous romance, they must overcome their own dark secrets in hopes of a future together that seemed impossible just days before. But first, they have to stay alive and untangle the secrets behind the nation's four dead queens. An enthralling, fast-paced murder mystery where competing agendas collide with deadly consequences. Four Dead Queens heralds the arrival of an exciting new YA talent. This one sounds really interesting. It's fantasy, it's murder mystery, it's romance. That will be my read for February, and I will finally be able to pick it up. And I've had this book since 2019, so hopefully it becomes a good read. And for my last read of February, for now, is for book club, and we're going to be reading Mindwalker by Kate Dillon. I don't know too much about it. So the summary says, 18-year-old Sil Sarah is determined to die a legend. But with only 12 months left before the supercomputer grafted to her brain kills her, Sil's time is quickly running out. In the 10 years she's been rescuing field agents for the Syntax Corporation by commandeering their minds from afar and leading them to safety, Sil hasn't lost a single life, and she's not about to start now. But when a critical mission goes south, Sil is forced to flee the very company she once called home. Desperate to prove she's no traitor, Sil infiltrates the Analog Army, an activist faction working to bring Syntax down. Her plan? To win back her employer's trust by destroying the group from within. Instead, she and the Army's reckless leader, Ryder, uncover a horrifying truth that threatens to undo all the good she's ever done. With her tech rapidly degrading and her new ally keeping dangerous secrets of his own, Sil must find a way to stop Syntax in order to save her friends, her reputation, and maybe even herself. This is sounding a little bit like Cyberpunk 2077, with the supercomputer grafted into her brain that can kill her. If you've played it, you know. But I'm actually excited about this one. I'm a little intrigued by this one. I love cyberpunk. I don't read too many cyberpunk novels, so this is going to be very exciting to read, and I can't wait to get into this adventure. But anyways, you guys, that's it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. I don't normally watch wrap-up videos. I don't know how to do them correctly or a little better. Hopefully in March we will do this a lot better. I'm also thinking about adding a TBR game to my TBR so that I can have a little bit more books to read, but also a little more randomness to it. So I was thinking about using Tatiana Vote's TBR game, which she does sell on Gumroad, I think, or using a TBR jar to find books that I need to read, or a spin the wheel type game until I can finally decide on a game for myself to play for my TBR. But until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.